Ten Hag has gone ahead to hail Marcus Rashford. He has snubbed the Cristiano Ronaldo question. He has revealed to us as why Luke Shaw is playing as the left back for the previous 2 games, and so much more that Rashford has told us as to why he started off the bench, why he really broke the disciplinary record of Erik ten Hag as a Manchester United player. Welcome to United Matters channel. It's a new year, and happy new year to everyone watching in. I believe that everybody around the world has ushered into 2023. By the time I closed the day, I knew that there were countries that had not ushered into the new year. But today, according to where I am and according to how I'm looking at the clock around the world, every part of the world has already clocked into the new year. Welcome to United Matters channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. Ten Hag has driven United in the 4th spot of the Premier League for the very first time since March of last year, that is 2022. You see how things change quickly? We are talking last year now. It's not this year. It's 2023, and we've started it with a vibe. So Ten Hag has gone ahead to react on the game that we won against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Talk lots of things, and let's get into this. As don't forget to subscribe because we need to hit 10,000 subscribers. Now, Ten Hag said, I wasn't happy with the first half. I think we had some good chances, but we didn't score. So we have to be more clinical in front of goal. We know that Rashford can score goals, and that's what he did. Now, obviously, I believe the execution of the plan of Erik ten Hag was not to its fullest in the first half, but Anton Martial was the link to the midfield and the attack. I saw him very well dropping deep in the midfield, like that first chance, that first open chance that we get of Alejandro Garnacho. Martial receives the ball at the halfway of the stadium, releases Eriksson, and then Eriksson finds a pass that finds Alejandro Garnacho, and obviously Semedo plays a back pass that never reaches the goalkeeper. Obviously, Alejandro Garnacho wins that ball and fails to score. Then we had another good move of Anthony, Bruno Fernandes, and Martial. Defender flies in very well. Then the other one was of Anton Martial when he really got a free header and he couldn't head that ball in the back of the net in the first half. But I believe that we are defending very well, but the transition from the midfield was really lacking. That's why Ten Hag is saying he was not happy, because what Ten Hag wants to see, he wants to see us building the ball from behind, pass through the central axis of the pitch, and then connect, all progress to the final third of the opponent. But those tailorings were not all over the field of play. And when you see all the chances we got, even the other that Martial released, Garnacho, and Garnacho went into, or submitted himself in 3 players of Wolverhampton Wanderers. The decision making, the build up is not the Ten Hag way. You saw Wolverhampton Wanderers bossing that game, showing us that for us we can build up this play from the goalkeeper, and they also built from the back into the midfield, and obviously it was Casemiro, Eriksson, and Bruno Fernandes who never really gave them space to really approach our final third. But he is 100% right. We had some good chances, but we couldn't score. Marcus Rashford comes in through, he scores the goal, and we know he can score the goal, but he would have already been in the lead of 1 or 2 goals at half time. So he calls of us being more clinical in front of goal, and I believe the problem as to why Martial is not clinical, it's because he is not yet there. He's not yet there. He needs to play more games to see to it that he is where he is right now. Look at Rashford. Rashford has played 23 games for United this season. He has played 23 games. After playing 23 games, Marcus Rashford has come out and really scored. See, it has taken him close to 16 games for him to fire up. You get? For his spark to come back. Meaning that for Martial, who has just played 6-7 games for United, of which 4 of those are the ones that are going to have to play some good minutes. I believe he's just lacking some minutes, and that sharpness is going to get. You know, I've always told you things about players who are really talented, that class is permanent, but form is temporary. But the class is there, but you see to it that he is really not yet much fit. And I know that is going to come with time and is going to fire in goals. That is Anton Martial. But Rashford went ahead to score a goal for United. Then he told BT Sport that we are not good. We are not that good in the first half. In my opinion, the second half was better. Freddie was winning second balls and linking play when he came on. So, talking of Freddie when he came on, He's not talking about Ericsson. Ericsson looked dreadful, guys. He looked dreadful according to me. And a game being hard like that, because the physical battle was so much in the midfield of Wolves. Wolves had three Portuguese that are really good on the ball and all good midfielders. Matheus Nunes is the record signing of Wolverhampton Wanderers. They got him from FC Porto at £45 million. Ruben Neves, to me, he's ranked up there among the best CDMs in the world. The problem is he's playing at Wolverhampton Wanderers. When he makes that shift to Barcelona or to any other team next summer or this summer, he's going to find himself into that contention of being one of the best central defensive midfielders. João Moutinho, if at all you've been watching the game of football for so long, like me, Sir Alex Ferguson wanted João Moutinho in 2006. By the time he was playing in Portugal, I think for FC Porto, and we didn't get him. I think he went to Spain, that's where he left and played. But he is a talented player, good, classy, obviously vintage. So this guy, Leportogui, the coach, brought in a midfield that was really good, and Ericsson couldn't win a physicality battle. Getting the ball, he's really great on that, but winning those duels, and secondly, doing the needful in the physical battle, because it was more of a physical game in the midfield. That's why you saw to it that Casemiro was bossing it, but it was not an easy game. That's why when Freddie came in through, he increased the intensity and he started winning the second balls, because what Casemiro does is to press and maybe breaks play like that. But who is there to win those second balls? It has to be Ericsson tracking the runs of Casemiro when he really submits himself, especially into an interception, to see to it that when the ball really doesn't go the Casemiro way, he can come in and really win that ball as Freddie came in through. That's why you saw to it that when Freddie came on through, the intensity increased, we won the midfield battle, and at least the build-up was more of the Ten Hag ball that we've always called for. That's what Ten Hag really told us about that. But Ericsson, that's why he was taken off, and Freddie Rodriguez came on, and United gained a lot in the midfield. Then he said it's a lunchtime game, or it was a lunchtime game. You have to be ready for that. So that's a responsibility for every individual player, and some were not ready. We were not on the front foot. We were not focused. So when he talks about a lunchtime game, lunchtime games have always been hard for every team, not only Manchester United, but every huge team that plays at lunchtime, it's always a hard game. Most especially when you're playing away. If it's a lunchtime game, when it's at your stadium, that's okay, because you know you're having close to 70,000 fans behind you. But you are at a side of Wolverhampton Wanderers at lunchtime. Obviously, records, all history indicates that you have been struggling to win with a margin of 2 goals. Then you expect lots of things to happen. And when you looked at how we are pressing, Martial led the press and other players were really trying not to go on and press up, it was really worrying. That's why he said we never played on the front foot and players were not focused. Obviously, you saw the body language of other players of Manchester United. It was really shaky. I don't know why. Looking shaky a little bit, but I think the festive season is done. Let's get into business, and I believe the game of Bournemouth they're going to play is really going to be better at Old Trafford. Then he said, we know it's a difficult game to come here, especially in these circumstances with a new manager. We went through the same thing at Villa, and you have to be ready for it, but we were not. So, what Ten Hag is talking about is right. The new manager has an atmosphere he brings at the club. Every player is playing at his best to impress him, to see to it that he starts in the starting 11 or he finds a position in that manager's team. So having won away at Everton, because it was his first away game, it was the first game of Wolverhampton Wanderers and he won away, he came in with a lot of energy, with a lot of focus, with a lot of charisma, and the players thought, if at all we beat Everton, why not Manchester United? And they had put us onto the line, but thanks to Marcus Rashford and Bruno Fernandes, that really manufactured that goal, that really put us into a level of really winning. So I would like to appreciate the manager, but it's not always easy to play against a new manager. Even against Villa, I think it was his first game. Was it his first game? And they beat us by 3-1. Remember, we are away from Spain, tired. So that is really something that we need to go on and read the needful. Then he talked about Luke Shaw playing as the centre back, said with him being left-footed, that helps him play on the left side. Wolves have speed on the wings and Luke Shaw can cover that. So this is a statement that really puts Harry Maguire's career at United in danger. And I saw a tweet of Rio Ferdinand advising Harry Maguire that if I told Harry Maguire, I would have been looking for another club. And obviously he was right. Do you know why? Ten Hag is talking about speed. Tell me a team in the Premier League that doesn't have speedy wingers or speed forwards. With us playing on the front foot, that means we are playing a high line, leaving a very huge gap between the centre line and the 18 yards box area of Manchester United, meaning that you need to be having defenders that are really lightning quick to match up the levels of the speedy forwards of the opponents we are going to face in the Premier League. Harry Maguire can't match that level. Obviously, that puts him out of the equation to come in and play for Manchester United. And Ten Hag has told us, or has shown us, that he's 100% ready to go on and not play a player who's not left-footed on the left side of the central defense. That means Lisandro Martinez and Luke Shaw have passed that test. So, Varane, Lisandro Martinez, first choice. Luke Shaw is now rated highly ahead of Harry Maguire. Lindelof is there and Tuanzebe is returning. You know what that means? Harry Maguire out of the club. Now, after that, Ten Hag talked about Marcus Rashford, why he sat on the bench. He told us it was a disciplinary measure because he broke the disciplinary code of the club. And obviously, he told us it was good after the decision. He was bright, he was lively, scored a goal. The right reaction, of course, it's the end of the matter. So Ten Hag told us that the matter really ended. And Marcus Rashford went in through and really told us what exactly happened and why he was really benched by the manager, Erik Ten Hag. Rashford told us, I was a little bit late. I slept in. I overslept. It's the team's rules. It's a mistake that it's a mistake that can happen. Obviously disappointed not to play, but I understand the decision. Yeah. This is where Ten Hag is readdressing sanity in the dressing room of Manchester United. Even a small nitty-gritty can really lead you to losing your starting position in the club. So that shows you no one is certain of being a starter in the United starting 11. That's it. He has gone ahead to trim the wings of Harry Maguire, benched him. Lindelof has even played more games than him. Even when he's fully fit, he still comes off the bench. Ronaldo Cristiano, one of the greatest players of all time that the world of football has seen, he has really thrown him out of the team. And obviously Ronaldo got frustrated, did an interview, and United expelled him out of the club. The contract was terminated after him breaching it, and obviously the club is back to better ways than Ronaldo thought. So he has shown everyone that I can drop anyone. Even the players like Anthony that he bought and he was managing at Ajax has showed them I can drop you. Look at Donny van Beek. He's just trying to get back to the level he's supposed to be on. He has not been playing football for Manchester United. And it shows you that this manager picks players on merit, and discipline is his key factor to his success. If at all you bleach any of the rules at United, then you are going to pay the desirable punishment. And Rashford really did that. And Luke Shaw came up and told us the following after the decision taken by the manager, that is Erik Ten Hag. He told us that at a top club, discipline has to be like that. People cannot do whatever they want. Maybe that's been the problem in the past. People getting away with silly little things, but the manager has shown today, if you don't do things right, you won't play. Hitting the nail on the top. He has not gone ahead to mention out the likes of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and how they used to babysit these players. When they make a decision, he was just smiling and he never punished them. But Ten Hag knows that a small thing like that, if you don't really go ahead and call it out and punish the player, it will turn into a behavior, and the behavior will spread into your team. When it spreads into your team, obviously you're down, you have nothing to do. Then lastly, they had to ask him about Cristiano Ronaldo, a player that signed for the Saudi Arabian side, and that is Ten Hag. In his own words, he said the following. Ten Hag asked about Ronaldo moving to Saudi Arabia. I don't talk about the past, let's talk about the future. Very much assertive and open. Ronaldo to Saudi Arabia. It shows you how indiscipline can lead you to disrespecting the manager. Ten Hag still has better years in the game of football. Ronaldo, if at all he had really known and calculated very well with his agent, I believe he would have stayed at Manchester United, and United was ready to see him retire at Old Trafford as a legend because he deserved it. Secondly, Ten Hag loved him, but he wanted him to do what he wanted, and Ronaldo wouldn't. You see, with the level of Ronaldo, I believe he would have just held in there a little bit for United to rebuild, to find the better position for themselves, such that if next season we are a better side of creating chances, even if he comes in through and plays 20-15 minutes, he would have gotten a chance to score. And scoring goals at Manchester United is not the same like scoring goals at Saudi or in Saudi Arabia at Al Nassr. So I believe I'm feeling sad for Ronaldo, by the way, because I believe he had a chance to stay at Manchester United and end his career there. He would have been playing in the Champions League. He knows that better. And for the next 2 years, would have been at Manchester United, and no one would have really told him that, please, leave. But he obviously blew away that chance, and it ended in agony at Manchester United. So that is it for Erik Ten Hag and what he really said about the game of football. What are reactions to Ten Hag commending Rashford, snubbing the CR7 signing of Saudi Arabia, and obviously, don't forget to smash the like button, comment and share, and subscribe to our channel if at all you are watching us for the very first time. Lower right bottom corner, smash that black button and then hit the notification bell that enable you get notified every time I upload a video onto this channel. Happy New Year again. Rokan David is my name. I sign out for now. See you later, and may the Almighty Lord bless you abundantly. We are coming back with a new story of Ten Hag and the under-23s of Manchester United. He has officially taken over the under-23s. I'm out.